It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you to this graduation ceremony in the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. I know some of you will have travelled quite a way to be here today, and we all appreciate your presence. As you will probably already have heard, I'm not from round here, but I've lived here long enough to know that you can't go wrong with a comment or two about the weather to start with. So I would like to start by apologising for the fact that we've not been able to put on some traditional Manchester rain today. This is a very special day for you graduates. It's a day to be rightly proud of what you've achieved. It's also a very special day for friends and family of the graduates. You're likely to have played at least a supporting role in the graduates' achievements, not least through emotional and financial support during their period of study. And I want to thank you on behalf of the university for the encouragement you've given to our graduates. Many of you have had your son or daughter study a long way from home, and it must be extra special to see now that all has gone well. You all chose to do your studying at the University of Manchester. That was a good choice. It's a prestigious university which does well in national and international rankings, and which is involved in national and international collaboration in research and in teaching. Our major research beacons include world-leading cancer research, as well as research addressing global inequalities. In addition to ambitious goals in teaching and research, the University of Manchester also sets itself ambitious targets when it comes to social responsibility. We have award-winning projects such as School Governor Initiative, which has got over 500 staff and alumni involved as primary and secondary school governors. And the 10,000 Actions project, which asked every member of staff to take part in collective, measurable improvements towards sustainability. On your way here, you're quite likely to have come across some serious construction work. We are investing £1 billion over 10 years in our campus master plan, which involves, for instance, the new Manchester Engineering Campus development and substantial new build and refurbishment to the Alliance Manchester Business School. If some of the building work got in your way, I do apologise. Please come back when it's all done and you will see a nicer, greener campus. However, what really makes us great is not brick and mortar, but our people, staff and students. During your time here, each one of you will in your own way have contributed to making us who we are. Not only our current students shape the university, our alumni are also important to us, and I hope you will continue to play a role in making us who we are by joining the group of about 350,000 students who still keep in touch with the university. It is customary on occasions like these to tell you of the famous people connected to the university. The atom was first split here by Ernest Rutherford. Alan Turing developed the first programmable computer here, and Benedict Cumberbatch, who played Turing in the film about his life, was a student here. Our alumni have made national and international impressions, not just in academic achievements, but in a broad range of fields. Our former students include Anna Ford, a broadcaster who was the first female newsreader on ITV, Margaret Beckett, a Labour politician and the longest-serving female MP. Quite topical, one of our former students and now honorary doctor is Sir Philip Craven, who has represented Great Britain in wheelchair basketball in 5 consecutive Paralympic Games, who has also competed in track and field and swimming in the Games, and who has been president of the International Paralympic Committee since 2001. It's quite possible that some years from now, when one of my successors presents degrees like I'm doing today, your name is included in the list of famous graduates. However, whether you reach fame or not, what I wish for you is that you find your niche in life, professionally and personally, a place where your knowledge and skills are valued and used, and where you have the right level of challenge to develop further as a professional and as a person, while at the same time feeling secure in your own abilities. I know that the degree you have completed at the University of Manchester will have prepared you well for this. However, I thought I would still take this opportunity to offer you 3 pieces of advice. Firstly, if things aren't looking perfect, if you haven't found the right job yet, or say an election result hasn't quite gone your way, have confidence that things will change for the better. Secondly, be aware that there is rarely a perfect time for decisions and choices, or if there is, we don't know it until afterwards. Therefore, my second piece of advice to you is to be open to opportunities at all times and to take your chances when they come along. The choices will not always work out perfectly, but then you reload and try again. The first president of the merged University of Manchester, Professor Alan Gilbert, frequently said, "There's nothing wrong with failing as long as you get it over with quickly." So my third piece of advice would then be, don't be afraid of failing, just learn to do it quickly. So to sum up, even when things don't look too good, good stuff will happen, and you should be ready to react to stuff without fear of failure. That's enough advice from me. All that remains for me now is to encourage you again to keep in touch with the university and with my colleagues who have taught you. I hope you're aware that our Alumni Association, our Careers Office, and our library will still offer you benefits now that you're not students, but graduates of the University of Manchester. And now I will pass over to Professor Chris UoM to speak on behalf of the School of Social Sciences. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody. As the head of the School of Social Sciences at Manchester, and on behalf of all my colleagues in the school, it is my honour and pleasure to offer congratulations to all our graduands. Throughout all 4 social science degree ceremonies held here today, we are celebrating with students who have completed the school's Bachelor of Arts in Economic and Social Studies, the so-called BA Econ degree. This is a long-standing and successful undergraduate degree programme which affords students the flexibility to study within one of 3 main streams: economics, accounting and finance, and business studies, the latter 2 being coordinated with our colleagues in the Alliance Manchester Business School. Within this structure, students can take pathways which combine these different streams, or indeed cognate social science disciplines. Also, in this particular ceremony, we are applauding the graduation of students in the specialist BA Politics, Philosophy and Economics degree, the PPE, and students graduating in the Bachelor of Science in Economics, the so-called BEcon Sci degree. The social sciences help us analyse and thereby understand action and interaction at all levels of society, from individuals to households, from families to communities, from regions to national institutions, and from governments to global networks. The major contribution of and the need for the social sciences is to investigate and know the social world we inhabit, to explain it, and to inform public debate on it, by carefully specifying what challenges we confront and how we might address them to make the world a better place. Laudable aims, of course, but I suspect that some of you, sitting mostly on my left and towards the back, may be grappling with the more practical question, which is, what do social science graduates actually do, and how quickly will they start doing it? Let me help. Social science is often compared, less than favourably in some quarters, with the so-called STEM subjects, those being science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now, of course, these STEM subjects, really great, top-notch stuff. They even get their own acronym and are the concern of many parliamentary reports and debates. So clearly, they must therefore be very important. And speaking as a mathematics graduate, it is with all sincerity that I defy anyone to argue that Euler's identity is not an object of immense elegance, beauty, and mystery. And indeed, I have a framed copy of Euler's identity hanging in my study wall at home, but only slightly lower than a framed Manchester City shirt signed by Sergio Kun Aguero. That gives you some idea of the importance of Euler's identity to me. Despite this, don't let yourself be seduced by the undoubtedly engaging and yet omnipresent spectacle of Brian Cox, floating around in a hot air balloon like a 6-year-old who's just been given free rein in Toys R Us. For it is my contention here that it is social science that is required to make sense of our past, present, and possible futures. Let's begin, for the moment, with just one element of the current landscape and some of the challenges that emerge from that. Challenges that will transform not only how we organise ourselves, but what we think about our everyday future lives and those of our children. In just over 7 years, we have witnessed 3 general elections, the continuing devolution agenda from the referendum in Scotland through, of course, to the promotion of the Northern Powerhouse, the heart of which is this great and wonderful city of Manchester. How is all this going to play out, not just of itself, but together with Brexit, changes to the US domestic and foreign policy, and the social political change in other countries? How will all this shape our everyday lives, our communities, our regions, our nation, and our security? Now broaden this out to the deep and hotly debated question of sovereignty and control, which lies at the heart of the UK's uncertain future relationship with Europe and indeed the rest of the world, a relationship that must reconcile issues of migration, economic performance, the pace of social change, both at home and globally. And whilst we'll deal with that, let's add intergenerational justice, the relative claims of the young and the old, gender and sexuality, race and inequality, regional instability, online data and confidentiality, and last, but evidently not least, climate change, where understanding attitudes and behaviour is as demanding and challenging as the underlying physics. All of these are first-order questions for social science researchers, teachers, practitioners, and students, and yet I have only scratched the surface of what we do and what we think about. So rather, I would suggest the question should be, what can or could social science graduates do or achieve? It is that question that defines our core aim in the school, to develop and support our students to become revered Manchester social science graduates who have both the opportunity and ambition to make a difference in the future world. To support this vision, our students benefit from teaching that is informed by our research that directly addresses this varied and demanding landscape and thereby ensures that the social scientists graduating here today will always have a rich canvas of opportunities and possible career paths. In politics, staff and their research have appeared extensively across the broadcast media over the last year, providing expert opinion and analyses of UK and US politics and elections, and more locally, devolution in Greater Manchester. They were once again informing public debate and analysing polling for the 2017 general election. Professor Jane Green, co-director of the British Elections Study here at Manchester, is now resident election analyst for ITV News, working on the 2015 general election, the 2016 EU referendum, the 2016 US presidential election, as well as the 2017 general election. Professor Andrew Russell appeared across a variety of media, and Professor Rob Ford was again directing work at the BBC's exit poll. Exemplifying the international profile of our school, in the last year we have appointed senior professors in politics from Canada and the United States of America to increase the breadth of our research and teaching in Chinese politics and environmental politics. The economics department researches across the full range of the discipline, was recently host for the Royal Economic Society annual conference for successive years, and continues to host the Royal Economic Society annual public lectures, the equivalent, I suppose, of the Royal Society annual Christmas lectures, but without the explosions. We will also be hosting the annual conference of the European Association of Environmental and Resource Economists in June 2019. And by way of illustrating the reach of economics research into areas of science and medicine, where various notions of scarce resource allocation come under investigation, staff in economics have collaborated and published new findings in preventive veterinary medicine, Applied and Environmental Microbiology, the British Medical Journal, and the Journal of Theoretical Biology. Of course, what we learn from politics, philosophy, and economics is integral to the success of social sciences, but the importance and reach of the social sciences also demands interdisciplinary capacity. And with over 3,000 students, undergraduates and postgraduates, 250 academic teaching and research staff, and over 60 professional support service staff, the Manchester School of Social Sciences is one of the largest in the United Kingdom, encompassing the disciplines of sociology, social anthropology, and social statistics, as well as politics, philosophy, and economics. Because of our exceptionally talented staff who undertake such research and exceptionally talented students who benefit from the curricula that builds on this research, we are one of the most successful schools of social sciences in the UK, recognised for the breadth, depth, and international reach, rigour, and significance of our research. Social Sciences at Manchester is now placed 38th within the academic ranking of world universities, rising from 50 last year. In particular, both sociology, which incorporates social statistics, and social anthropology are confirmed as the leading research departments in the UK. Excellence in research is essential, of course, but it is just one element of our core activity. For the second year running, we are proud that 2 school nominations successfully featured in the prestigious University of Manchester Distinguished Achievement Awards for Teaching and Learning. Dr. Nick Shrine from the Department of Social Statistics was awarded for the University Teacher of the Year in the Faculty of Humanities, and Maria Correa Santos, BA undergraduate in philosophy, who graduated at this morning's ceremony, for the University Undergraduate of the Year in the Faculty of Humanities. But all our students certainly do contribute to the school's pool of talent. Beyond their degrees, some gain further distinction through the award of named prizes from within the school and/or an award for outstanding academic achievement based on their final degree result. And I would like to mention those now. In the BA Econ, the final year prize was awarded to Madeline Kenyon. In the PPE award went to Linus Sen, the Norman Gerris Prize to Robert Dunsmore, the Edwards and Houston Social Responsibility Prize to Sophie McHale. And in the BEcon Sci, the Manchester School Award and an Outstanding Achievement Award went to Zhuji Shen, and 2 Outstanding Achievement Awards to Lamir Shah and Hector Williams. Congratulations to all those. But whilst teaching is naturally structured to deliver degree programs, the school's strategic research is delivered both through the school's 6 departments and dedicated research centres. From these platforms, Manchester social scientists inform policy by advising, for example, local, national and foreign governments, central banks, the World Health Organization and the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. We have also just been awarded a new Centre for Doctoral Training, Data Analytics and Society, which is founded on partnerships within organisations like YouGov, city councils and local police forces. On the international stage, we will be working with a US partner, the Software Carpentry Foundation, to develop a new training programme for researchers in data science methods. Both initiatives will provide crucial skills for social scientists to effectively manage and analyse new, complex sources of data, which we now regularly encounter in the digital world. And back to the theme of everyday lives, our strategic partnership with Unilever has led to 2 new products that will hit the high streets later this month that are designed to improve environmental sustainability. We also hope to bring the excitement and challenge of social science research to a wider local community here in Manchester through the annual Economic and Social Research Council Festival of Social Science, held jointly with our neighbours at Manchester Metropolitan and Salford Universities. At these festivals, everyone, from school children through to politicians, can take part in and hear about social science research across the entire city via public debates, conferences, workshops, interactive seminars, film screenings, virtual exhibitions, and much more. Manchester Social Sciences teaching and research is progressive and international, embracing both diversity and collaboration, encouraging a challenging academic environment which interrogates the distribution of wealth, opportunity, and privilege. Some of my colleagues might even say we're radical, but we are all proud of our achievements, our heritage, and why our home is named in honour of Arthur Lewis. Born and raised in St. Lucia, in 1948, at the age of just 33, Arthur Lewis was made a full professor at this University of Manchester. In so doing, he became Britain's first black professor. His most important work in development economics was undertaken here during the 1950s, and for which he received the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1979. More than this, though, he was radical, challenging, and progressive. With his colleague, Max Gluckman, Professor of Social Anthropology, he established 2 innovative social and educational centres in Moss Side and Hume to help improve the socio-economic status of the large Afro-Caribbean population that lived there. One still survives as the West Indies Sports and Social Centre. And I am confident that the graduands celebrating their achievements here today will be just as innovative, motivational, and yes, I hope even radical in their future careers. Indeed, you should all be extremely confident in your own abilities and skills, no matter what disciplinary background in the social sciences you have. We are extremely proud of all of you and hope you will take away very fond memories of your time here at Manchester, both socially, of course, but also academically, and even if you were not taught by Brian Cox. Especially as graduates in the social sciences, which touches on all aspects of society and humanity. Reflect on the richness and breadth of experiences you have had and that are now available to you. Grasp the opportunities that a Manchester University education now affords you. But don't grow up too quickly. Make a life for yourselves, not simply a living or a resume. I wish you all the best and many congratulations. And now I pass over to my colleague, Professor John O'Neill, Director of the PPE programme, who will invite graduates to be presented. Thank you.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economic and Social Studies with Honours, UoM Graduation. Farida Hosameldin Mohammed Galal. Tian Gao. Maria Garcia. Sergei Sergeyevich Gurmagentov. Nurafifa Binti Ghazali. Omar Ghonim. Nicholas Peter Gilbertson. Rebecca Gilbertson. Stephanie Antonia Tamzin Gillibrand. Alina Shumingo. Karina Gozalova. Manuj Gupta. Faisal Firas Tawfiq Halal Say. Matthew Hargraves. Adam Herbert. Mitsunaka Higadishi. Akishida, sorry. Sunhei Adrian Ho. Shinan Hong. Hao Min Hu. Da Heng Huang. Yaki Huang. Matthew Huddlestone. Joshua Hudson. Jaspreet Kaur Hulate. Ross Huskisson. Tokir Hussain. Jinwoo Huang. Marco Ikone. Ali Ahmed Saad Ahmed Ibrahim. Nur Hafiza Binti Idris. Na Teng Iyong. Borislav Ilkov. Thomas Isherwood. Niraj Jazraj. Nurul Izati Binti Jalima. Qian Jiang. Jiuchen Jing. Angela Duffy Karikari. Chia Ing Ki. Madeline Kenyon. Kulsuma Rumi Khan. Nerlin Sihira Binti Kir Abdul Nurama. Rahman. Byun Ming Kim. Jen Yi Ku. Konstantin Kurpikinov. Oliver Nelson Knight. Suk-woo Ko. Dinesh Prabhu Krishnasamy. Warren Kwan. Hamish Marcus Robinson Kidd. Alexandros Kiriko. Aaron Ting Chung Lai. Hugo Lakin. Jason Yin Fun Lam. A Kiang Lau. Jian Xin Li. Kolawule Ipukanolowa Limo. Kok Yin Lung. Wing Lung. Shui Tong Li Lu. Jiaki Li. Man Li. Xing Lan Li. Shui Yang Li. Yejian Li. YJ Li. Xianjun Li. B. Yi Lim. Sean Ji Chen Lim. Zikong Lin. Maxim Blipanov. Yujing Liu. Siyu Lo. Jesse Lowe. Jian Wen Lao. Rayhan Lone. Javier Lopez Navarro Alcalde. Iona Lukaidu. Antonis Lucios. Yik Si Lo. Jiayi Lu. Xingyi Lao. Chen Yang Liu. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Politics, Philosophy and Economics with honours, Connor Addison. Elizabeth Caroline Mary Allen. Charlotte Arrowsmith Jones. Robin Arthey. Hamish Baverstock. Jose Maria Campos Neves. Rebecca Carr. Benjamin Chu. Harvey Daly. Eloise Davis. Fernanda de Almada Ariju. Daniela Shannon Demel. Robert Joseph Dunsmore. Christopher James Fox. William Finn. Andrew Gibbs. Ulysses Charles Kim Tai Go. Ferman Hassan. Carla Jasmine Henry. James Heffer. Matthew Gerard Higgins. Murad Husseinov. Hilal Husnain. Jemmy Joshua Iruku. Madeline Jones. Parwan Kandal. Lee Anderson Keith Pranotto. Ryan Karana. Oliver Knight. Tina Kumar. James Kine. Sophie Lonergan. Samuel David Longworth. Yanyi Lu. Pavan Mathura. Matthew George Mason. Guste Matule Vishiuta. James May. Sophie McHale. Jack Robert Mellish. Benjamin Henry Mouquet. Naomi Chika Adekemi Nwazu. Nimi Patel. Margarita Polo Ekatova. Garance Purane. Hannah Quinn. Andrew Ryder. Jessica Rogers. Solomon Rose. Patrick Savage. Momina Sheikh. Charles Singlehurst. Charles Frederick Paul Spargo. Ada Tepe. Jack Troak. Greta Valiukate. Zoe Jennifer Walker. And for the degree of Bachelor of Economic Science with honours, Hariez bin Fadzila Ahmadi. Joel Hargreaves. Anurag Menon. Kei Yao Ung. Martin Orr. Mayank Pravin Patel. Ao Yun Su. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics with honours, Alexander Cameron Hamilton Eiton. Nada Bajwa. Laura Kate Barnes. Mazari Amri bin Rahman. Unku Zawir Athari bin Abdulaziz. Joshua Cantle Jones. Shuei Chen. Thanakrit Chimpir Asatayan. Rex Chukajama. Thomas Edward Darimple. Maria Daniel. George Dobson. Amar Gag. Abigail Green. Matthew Griffin. Christian Hangen. Robert Kocharian. Jia Hui Li. Valentin Michael Timothy Lemaire. Shiking Liang. Jiangwu Lim. Oliver Thomas Lindsay. Jinxi Liu. Zhongjiu Lu. Cosimo Gabriel Orlando Malizia. William Henry Marshall. Daniel McKegney. Marwan Mohammed. Duong Trung Tui Ungayon. Tai Than Bin Ungayon. Cyprian Pausi. Matthias Johann Rinnebauer. Lawrence Rees. Asmal Silhojo Ahmed. Kyo Sandhu. Lamia Shah. Oh, sorry, and also being awarded the Outstanding Achievement Award, Lamia Shah. Kata Shokar. Soham Sina. Archie James Alexander Smith. Andrew Peter Storms. William Streetfield. Joseph Sutcliffe. Faisal Hussein Syed. Joshua Timothy. Alexis Rolando Verdugo Villasola. Nguyen Quo Vu. Thomas Wagner. Alexander Robert Warren. Hector James Robertson Williams. Ting Chi Wong. Daniel Stephen Worsley. Wanjun Zhao. Yu Zhu. And in politics and international relations with honours, Alea Alikal. And for the degree of Bachelor of Social Science in Politics and International Relations, Maryam Yassi. And for the Diploma in Higher Education in Economic and Social Studies, Shinisoku Imugishi.
If I can now ask all the graduates to stand up, please. And you can now finally put your hat on to give us a final chance to congratulate them. You're certainly a fine sight from here. Then all that remains for me is to wish you a lovely day in the beautiful Manchester weather, and then I declare the ceremony closed.